I used to hate my period and everything that was linked to it. I thought my period was a curse that I just have to live with because I was born in a woman's body. But it still didn't feel fair that we have to live with this every month. Heavy bleeding and clotting, cramping, tiredness, low energy, brain fog, the uncontrollable cravings, not to even mention the emotional roller coaster. I remember how embarrassed and uncomfortable I felt for simply having a period. I always needed to take extra clothes with me and check for leaks every time I stood up from a chair. I somehow felt less worthy and lazy because I didn't have the energy. I was so tired. I couldn't focus and I wasn't as productive as I wanted to be when I was on my period and even the week before. And as a highly ambitious young woman with a fully packed schedule, that was seriously affecting my self-esteem. I felt like I have no control at all about how my body works. That was because I was totally disconnected from my body and was living my life from my masculine energy. So while my focus was on doing and achieving things, I was neglecting my even most basic needs, like sleep, for example. The result of pushing against my natural rhythm and being totally disconnected from my body and my feminine energy was burnout. That was 11 years ago and the point where my long journey back to balance started. I turned my life around. I changed how I eat, started working on myself, doing yoga, emotional healing. And after learning and studying all these things, I soon started working with women as a health coach and as a yoga teacher. But even though I could see a big difference in the quality of my life, I still felt that there is something missing. I noticed that there is still one challenge that is persistent for me and for my clients. The challenge was how to stay consistent. How do I actually make it work in the long term? So I continued my exploration and eventually found the missing link. It turned out it has been in me this whole time. And it has been the exact thing that I have been fighting against the previous decade of my life, my menstrual cycle. When I applied all the tools I learned to the 4 phases of the cycle, finally everything started to make sense and life became so much easier. Working with my menstrual cycle also brought my attention and awareness to my womb. I realized that it is not only important to focus on a healthy lifestyle and taking care of the body. It is equally important to pay attention to healing emotions and clearing energies. As women, we store energies, emotions, memories, traumas, and patterns in our wombs. All of them don't even belong to us. Some of them have been passed down to us from our ancestors, and some we took on from our partners and other people we've been involved with. Until we clear them, these energies will influence how we live and experience our life. After learning that the key to understanding women's needs lies in the menstrual cycle, which affects all areas of our life, I focused my work around empowering women to embrace and adapt how they eat, move, work, create, and relate according to their menstrual phases, and to clear their womb space so that they can reclaim the innate power and wisdom that each woman has within. You see, the fact is, you can be doing all sorts of things that are good for you, eating healthy, exercising, taking supplements, but if you are not consciously adapting all this to your cycle, you are still working against yourself. Working with the menstrual cycle is important for every woman. But if you are someone who suffers from painful periods and early stage endometriosis attacks, then this is even more vital for you. This is why we have come together with Ines to create a holistic approach where every single step of our signature formula is based on this natural law. We created this so that you don't have to spend years trying to figure out what works and what doesn't, and instead enjoy real results fast.